What's up, everyone? It's Ben from the Vinyl Jukebox, and today I'm going to show my pickups from Record Store Day 2024. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please be sure to leave a like and comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. So this Record Store Day was a little different for me. I chose not to wake up super early, not to wait online for hours and hours before the store opened. Instead, I decided just to go right for when my store opened. I went over to the Newberry Comics store, my local mall, and I really like going there because especially, this time of the year, it could be kind of cold and rainy. So it's really nice to have that Newberry Comics inside the mall because you can line up indoors and weather isn't really a factor. The most difficult part of that is finding a way into the mall early in the morning. But like I said, I went for when the store opened, 8 a.m. I was at the back of the line, which was fine, and I had to wait about 40 minutes or so to actually get into the store. There were no titles that I was foaming at the mouth to get this Record Store Day. There were a few titles that I wanted for sure, but nothing that I was rushing to the store for. So, I didn't feel a need to wait in line for that long. So, like I said, took about 40 minutes to get into the store. And by the time my wife and I got into the store, a lot of their stock had been cleared out. It didn't seem like they got too much in to begin with. Usually I'll call the store beforehand, especially if there's a title that I really want, to see what the store will be getting on Record Store Day. I chose not to this time around just to be surprised, but it didn't seem like they got in a whole lot. I was still able to get a few of the titles that I wanted, and as you'll see a little later, this was not the first stop that I made on Record Store Day. So without further ado, let me show you my pickups. So first off, as with most Record Store Days, Record Store Day teams up with Dogfish Head, the beer company, to make a poster for Record Store Day. This is for this year, and this one's really nice. Record stores don't always get these. Sometimes my Newberry Comics says that they never got them or that they have a very limited supply. But I was able to get one, and these are really cool. I like the design this year. Just really cool custom artwork. I know they team up with a indie artist to do these posters. So really cool stuff. And yeah, that was my freebie for Newberry Comics. So the thing that I wanted probably the most this Record Store Day, one of my top pickups, was this, the Rolling Stones live at Racket NYC. So this was the Rolling Stones album release show for their album Hackney Diamonds, which came out in October, and that one I chose, and I'll put a link below to my video where I ranked my top albums of 2023. Hackney Diamonds was the top. So this was the album release show for that. It was at a very small club in New York City, very exclusive show, invite only, top celebrities and record company executives were there. So most people didn't even hear about it before it happened. But this is a really cool live show. It was actually released on CD only, with the deluxe version of Hackney Diamonds. So it was really cool to see this pressed as a vinyl version, and I'll take out the record. What I really liked this Record Store Day was a few of the releases, more than usual, had these polyline sleeves, which I always love. And this one was pressed on white vinyl. So really nice, looks really cool, and works well with the album artwork for sure. So the next pickup that I got from Newberry Comics, and actually the final pickup that I got from Newberry Comics, and I always like to pick these up when I can, most Record Store Days. Sometimes my store has them, sometimes it doesn't, are the Jazz Dispensary compilation. So this is Jazz Dispensary, puts these out every Record Store Day, and it's sort of a mix of all different kinds of funky jazz, mostly kind of fusion-y stuff, but you'll still see some classic jazz in there. And all the songs revolve around a certain theme. So this time around is the freedom sound, the people arise. I'll just read this out. Let the sound of the night drums and cry of the horns empower you. The crate diggers of the Jazz Dispensary are proud to present a collection of jams propelled by the spirit of nature, protest, and freedom, featuring the songs from pioneering musicians like Joe Henderson, Gary Bartz, Rand Blake, Azar Lawrence, A.K. Salim, and the Dungills. So this is a really cool compilation. I have to say, probably I like this one a little more than the last couple. But you can see the inner sleeve here. And, you know, like I said, I like picking these up because it, you know, exposes me who I'm kind of new to jazz. So this exposes me to different kinds that I normally wouldn't listen to. It's not like your hard bop or bebop sort of stuff. But look at this vinyl. Every single time around, they do these beautiful colored variants. And this they describe as a Freedom Blue Swirl. So really cool stuff. And you can always count on the Jazz Dispensary to have a beautiful color variant. All right, next up. So after Newberry Comics, and I was a little disappointed after Newberry Comics because I didn't find everything that I wanted. But after Newberry Comics, my wife and I went up to Danbury to do some other shopping, Danbury, Connecticut. And in Brookfield, Connecticut, there's actually a really cool record store. It's actually one of my favorites, I have to say, Josa Records. So shout out to Josa Records. I'll put a link below to their store, to their online store. They got in so much more than Newberry Comics, and that's saying something because we got there maybe around 1:30 in the afternoon. So by that point, they still had more than Newberry Comics had, even at 8 in the morning. So I was able to get a couple more titles that I was interested in. The first one I got from Gerosa was the 7-inch single from the Black Crowes of Wanting and Waiting. This is from their newest album, Happiness Bastards, and I also did a review of that, so I'll put a link down below to that video. But I wanted to pick this up because not only does this have the lead single from the album, but it also has a B-side that is not on the album, Morsels for Mongrels. This is a pretty cool rocker. It has very distorted vocals on Chris Robinson, but I liked it, and it was just cool to have a bonus track from the album. They use similar artwork as Happiness Bastards, and you can see here and I love when they give inner sleeves for these 7 inches. So the labels are really cool, like the last one. We have a skull on one side, and I took a lot of heat for this on my video review of Happiness Bastards. We have a black crow. See, black crow, not really cool bird or really cool raven. Black crow on the B side of that. So just a cool 7-inch. I usually don't pick up 7-inch singles on Record Store Day, and there were actually a couple more that I was tempted to get. But this one, I really loved Happiness Bastards. That's one of my top albums of the year for sure, if not my top album so far. So I just wanted to pick up that B-side to kind of complete what I got from them. Lastly, I picked up at Josa Records, and this is one of probably the most popular releases of Record Store Day this year. It's a jazz release. This is Everybody Digs Bill Evans, and this one is significant because it's the mono version, repressed, and featuring Sam Jones on bass, Philly Joe Jones on drums. And this is the AAA lacquer cut from original master tapes from Kevin Gray at Coherent. Craft Recordings always does such a great job with their jazz reissues, and it's on 180-gram vinyl. Just a regular black vinyl, but this sounds incredible. This is probably one of the best sounding jazz albums in my collection. I was so happy to pick this up, and it did not disappoint. I'm actually going to go spin this right after I record this video because this is a fantastic jazz album. Sounds amazing, and just beautiful playing, beautiful piano from Bill Evans, which I don't think you'd expect any less. So just an amazing pickup and definitely one of the highlights of Record Store Day 2024. I know I said lastly, but that was really lastly for the Record Store Day exclusives, because whenever I go to Gerosa Records, and this is why it's one of my favorites, I always find something that I don't usually see for a great price. They have such an amazing collection of used vinyl there. They get so much rare stuff in, stuff that I don't see at other stores. And I took a quick browse around the used new arrivals and found something that I've actually been looking for a while. This is Lucifer's Friend. This is their debut album. If you don't know Lucifer's Friend, they're a German kind of psychedelic hard rock band from the early 70s. This is their debut album. If you like Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, even a little Whitesnake sounding from them, this is the band for you. A little Judas Priest in there as well. That proto-metal sound. Maybe not psychedelic hard rock, but that definitely proto-metal sound. This is an amazing album. I've been looking for a good copy of this. The vinyl is excellent condition, I would dare to say. The sleeve is probably about a VG because it does have a little seam split here at the bottom, but really not bad. And first US pressing of this, amazing. I got it for a killer deal, and I'm so happy to add this to the collection. I love on Record Store Day when you're browsing around the record store and you kind of leave the exclusives and find something else that's amazing that you've been looking for a while. That's really the spirit of Record Store Day, because there's a million videos on YouTube about this, about the, how Record Store Day is bad for stores, how it's bad for consumers. But I really think that Record Store Day is a great thing for record stores. It brings awareness to the record stores. It brings people in the store. And I think that it's great when people not only look at those Record Store Day exclusives, which I know the stores don't make very much profit on, but when they kind of branch off and shop the stores and really support the local stores. I think that's really the spirit of Record Store Day, is to get people out there, get people buying things. And, this wouldn't have happened without that. So I'm really happy to add that to the collection. So that's all the records that I picked up. Now, Gerosa also, another reason why I like it is they always have a table of sort of like promo items, things that they get with album releases and I guess have stored away for a while. So they just have giveaways, stickers and stuff. So I always like to pick up a few things. This right here is a patch. This is from the most recent Bruce Dickinson solo album, so really cool to pick that up. This is a set of 4 coasters from the Eagles. I guess they released a greatest hits compilation, but these were really cool coasters, 4 coasters, and I'll take these out of the plastic because the artwork on these is really, really interesting. That one right there, this one, oh, there we go, this one, there we go. And last but not least, I think I got this, I can't remember if I got this at Gerosa or if I picked this up at Newberry Comics. This is just a Record Store Day sticker, and we'll end with this: go play some records, you'll feel better. And I think that every single record collector out there can relate to this. So that's all I got, guys. That's my pickup. Those are my pickups from Record Store Day 2024. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below, what did you pick up from Record Store Day? Do you have any fun stories from Record Store Day? Any interesting people that you met in line? Please let me know. I'd love to talk about it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to leave a like, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, share the video, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.